What's next? Oh yeah, I'm doing a build for this lot.
eModels.co.uk. Make something awesome.
Okay, so this is what we're going to build. Tamiya's LaFerrari. Thought I'd do the yellow version. There's a red one been out for a while, but they brought this yellow one out fairly recently. Pretty cool box. Shows all the parts there. Only 169 parts. This shows the body made up without the body panels on. And you can have various things open, like the boot and the gull wing doors. And the gull wing doors, the swinging up doors. So this is what we're going to be doing. So what I'll do is I'll change the camera angle a bit and we'll have a look through the box and see what we get. Okay, so I'll have a look around the spruce with all the plastic in the way. So this first big part looks like it's the main part of the body, monocoque body. So they'll have the inside of the cabin, and I'm assuming the engine will be in this part somewhere. We've got dashboard, a little air conditioning vents, top of the dashboard I imagine. What's that going to be? That's going to be the rear window into the engine compartment, like the other side of it, like firewall effect thing. Lots of underneath the car. And this will be at the top of the engine. On here, but it's the suspension. Wheel arches with probably radiators in. And again, top of the monocoque. On there. And we've got the bright yellow body parts. So this is part of the front radiator, bonnet, up side of the doors, looks like a wing. And that's the radiator thing, that'll be the rear of the car. See what these parts are. I think these actually fit in the door here. Engine cover, again fins and things about. All this lovely bright yellow. And we get the usual grey parts for. So we got exhaust pipes. Just looking at this hardly. Oh, there's a bit of a seal line down that side. Wheels, brakes. Again, parts of the exhaust, pedals and things. So lots of bits and pieces. And so this is the engine part, all built up out of these grey parts. And then we have the rest of the underside of the car. And door liners, and it will be revealed what they are, probably number plates and things. And so that's the front part of the car, that goes that way around. On there. So that's all the parts. So we've got the clear parts here, so I won't, I know I should have already, but I won't get them out of the bag because they'll get scratched. And the final part is the wheels, which I think looks pretty good. I was thinking about stripping these and painting them again, but I think that's a pretty good chrome colour. It's not too gaudy. It's good, just about right amount of shine I think on that. And this will be the exhausts I think, and these will be the hubcaps in the middle. It's obviously rear wheels, front wheels on there. So that's Let's put them back in the box. Last bit we haven't looked at are the wheels, which again I don't bother taking them out of the bag. Looks like there's a small centre seam on the rear wheels, but the front wheels don't seem to have anything there that's too noticeable, and pulley caps for keeping them on. So that's the kit. So extra bits. So I've got the detail-up parts for the model with the photo-etched parts. So this will be all the radiator covers and grills, bits and pieces. I think these go in the front radiator bit. All become revealed in a bit. Which probably means you won't use many of the decals, because I think these are all grill effects. Although PE will do that. And we have a lovely sheet of, it's the detail up carbon pattern decal set. So if I can get it out, I'll show you. Look at all that carbon. So 2 different patterns. A larger check with a smaller check. You can sort of see this is like the centre console around the window or the back. These are probably either side of the seats, that sort of thing. You can sort of see a pattern showing on there. So these are the outside of the car. They sort of wick it up through the car. So these are probably on the rear wheel arches. Easy for me to say. Inside the engine parts, I would imagine these are. So that'll be a lot of fun to do. Obviously detail parts come with instruction sheet. So the instruction sheet tells you which part. So in the instruction book, part 6 is where you'll do these decals, and 7 is laying inside along the outside of the monocots, and then 11 the bit at the back, 12 these are probably the rear wheel arches, 14 top of the engine, and various other parts as you work through. So as you come to each of these parts, 29, 30, 40, so the rear view mirrors, wing mirrors, are all on there. So that'll keep that to mischief. So we'll put that back, put the sheet over, pop it back in its bag. So that's what we're doing. The yellow LaFerrari with your detail up parts. So what we'll do, we'll have a look through the instruction booklet and so you can get an idea of what we're going to build and where. Okay, so I'll pause this part while I fumble over these, and we'll see you in a minute. Yes, one little bit I've got to show you, the little chrome parts on here. So with the Ferrari logo, the prancing horse, and these will be for the wing mirrors on there. We've got masking sheet for the windscreens, and lots of mesh, but again probably won't be using this because we've got the PE parts. So other bits in there I forgot to show you. Okay, back in. So here's the booklet that comes with it. So for the LaFerrari, again would be nice to have a colour photo, but got the box for that. So typical Tamiya instructions. Got your caution to start off with, read the instructions, call out for the tools and what colours you need. So you got on here the instructions say for the TS, which is the rattle cans, different colours there, but I won't be using those. Just use the ordinary Tamiya paints. And the gloss ones begin with X, and the matte have the F in there. Instructions on painting, options, plain decals, shows a photo etch detail upset, doing the priming, basically spray and pass. Got that. Don't spray and stop spraying on your model, or you get splats. Apply the metal transfer, so just rub them on, and to use the instant cement, and various instructions like don't cement, where your colours are, decals, metal parts and things all go in there, make holes. And then we get into what cements to use. And doing Tamiya extra thin. And we cut things off the sprue, neat them up. Handle small parts with pliers. Clean off any plating for when you apply the chrome parts. It's a good idea to get into is label up your sprues, especially if you've got a lot of them. I mean, there's only about 4 or 5 with this one, so be easy to find the different parts and then the different types of paint. Then we go straight into making the engine. So what we're going to do is make up what we call sub-assemblies. So after looking through this, you can see that most of the engine is in XF16, which is flat aluminium. So you can make all these parts, apart from these 2 exhaust manifolds, and up to this part here, all in one go, and then you can spread that up in one go on there. And then you've got the cylinder heads, they're in red, that's XF7, and then you're making up the under part of the engine with a part of the suspension arms. Exhausts, and you fit those. It tells you how they're supposed to look from the back, so they're in the right orientation for later. And then you're working through again, fitting the drive shafts. Quite an easy word, but I couldn't think of it. The lower arms, radiator cover. Now part 6 has a lot of detail parts because there's quite a lot of carbon fibre goes in here, and there's some Photo-etched that goes in that part. Shows you where to fit these. You're working through the interior, front brakes and steering arms, rear brakes, underside of the car, so it's like you're just working through. Again, this shows you how to cut out the mesh parts, but won't be using those because you've got the Photo-etched. Okay, and we've gone to part 14. We've got the airbox. So again, this is got a lot of carbon fibre on this part. Puts it into the engine. Again, that's to do with masks, which we'll be using on the windscreen. Fits in the bulkhead. Again, more carbon fibre on there. Doing the seats. So these are basically, that's red with semi-gloss black highlighting. Again, just working through fitting parts. Copy, got the steering wheel, which is a few colours there. The dashboard itself, which is black and red, in a stripe. Top of the dashboard, that's in 2 shades of black, and then doing the rear view mirror to the roof of the car, fitting the windshield and other bits and pieces. So just basically working through bodywork on here. These are the chrome parts, headlights, again more grills put in. These will be the Photo-etched. Fitting the front air intakes and the interior of the hood. Door liners, all in there, working through those, how to attach them. And into the bonnet on there, fitting the doors, and this shows you how to get them open and closed. Some locking system there. And then we move on to the rear of the car, working through those. Number lights, again more metal bits, and there'll be more decals and things to go on. Working through the back, the inside of the engine cover. Outside, again more clear parts, and then we move on to doing the wheels, which by the looks of the most simple part. Basically 2 bits, one decal done. Always remember to put the poly cap in these when you make them, otherwise they just fall off. And lastly, you've got the wing mirrors. Again, mod carbon decals on those, and a huge decal sheet. So we've got printed horse on the wheels, another one just on the door, one on the back, little one on the rear engine cover, we'll call it, so the back windscreen, one on the back itself, and that's it. So, LaFerrari. So we'll make a start on doing the engine and make up some parts to paint. See you in a minute. Okay, as I've just shown you, they started with part 1, which is the engine. So what we'll do is we'll cut all these parts off. So you'll start with C, the other part C. So basically find spruce C, which will be the silver grey one. C, spruce C. And what we'll do is we'll cut these off. So we're starting with these two parts, which are parts 35 and 39. So as you can tell by the look of them, 35 and 39. So I've got some Tamiya sprue cutters. What's a good idea to do is cut through the gate there, but leave a little bit between what you cut off and the model itself. Just work around. There we go, we're ready to start. And the same around this part. There we go. And then we've got this part, which is 30. Which you can see on the sprue, they all have a number. So that was 35, 39. This one's 30. Just nip them off, leave a little bit of sprue there, which we'll tidy up in a minute too. So what else we got? 49. So like some models, Tamiya's actually working order, so you got 1 to work across to the high numbers, which all the way down here at 50. So 49 we're looking for. Okay, and so we've got 30 already, so that's that part. 29. So again, 29's up here. Turn my T over there. Okay. So we won't do these two exhaust manifolds yet, so we'll do 33. So it's 33. 33 is up here. There we go, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go, so got the right part, so put that back in the box. So what we're doing now is just work around, tidying up the little nubs. So when you cut it off, you can cut it a little bit closer to the model, because there's no weight on the nub. It's not going to pull or tear the model or bend anything that you don't want to be bent. So you can get in there quite close this time. Okay. So just get these bits cleaned up. If you're not sure what nub and what's part of the model, I always refer back, because it does give the correct information on there. You can usually tell. which is nub and which isn't. Neatly, and lastly just a little bit. Okay, so when you've got most of it off, little bits, get those out of the way. So what we'll do now is get some sanders. So we've got some UMP Ultimate Model Products sanders. These there assorted, so there's buffers and things in there as well. So this is the fine grip ones. Just get that clean. So basically what you do is very lightly, don't push on, just let the sander do the effort. If you're pushing too hard, then you end up taking more plastic off than you want, and you end up with a gap you have to fill, or something doesn't fit properly. So be careful when you're sanding, no push. Let the sander do the work, not you. The point of sanding these off is, as you might imagine, so things don't fit together properly. So you want them to go together smoothly, so everything fits, it's all nice and snug. Okay, when you're happy that you've got everything down, then you move up the grits. So basically the higher the number, the smoother, the finer it is, and the smoother it will make your model. Let's do the nail test, see if it's catching anything. So that's done. Again, if your sander gets clogged up, just wipe it on something. At the moment I'm just wiping it on my shorts. Oops. Do it on camera. Good things with these, they're one side slightly narrower than the other, so you've got a narrow bit you can't get into. Just corner a bit. A little bit, so again we're working on that nice and smooth. On that one. Needs to back the wrong way. Now down, that's done. And that's done. Working on these. There you go. That's better. That way the plan comes together. goes around the little nubs. You have to use a fine sander on those. So this one's even finer. That's coarse one, I don't need that. Okay, so basically what I'm doing now is give things a bit of a buff up. So where is it? There we go. So it's the buffer. So the blue side is the coarser of the two. So this is the final polish up part. So again, just work through. Basically it's all the little sanding lines. I don't know if you can see that, but that's slightly rough. So it's much shinier now. And if you turn it over, hear that, just a little bit of a squeak. That shows that you're all polished up nice and shiny. Just makes the finish that little bit better. Especially this part that will show. Not that important for this one because this will be covered by something over the top of that. But this on the bottom of the engine, again, probably won't show, but it's you'll know it's there. So again, blue first. And then polish with white. And that little bit of squeak there shows you smooth. Again, just work through. Got this one. I thought I was missing something somewhere. Anyway, that's the this fits the engine to the body of the car. So I'll just work on getting these knobs off. And again, if you see, just about make it out there, little seam line. Which one we'll do? This final one. Again, just give that a rub. It wasn't too bad, but see if we can get rid of it. I'll see if I show you. So with the seam lines, you can either sand them off, like I'm doing, or you can get your craft knife and just rub up the seam, and that'll take it off as well. So whatever works for you. So if you're using the knife, just be very careful. You don't slice something off you shouldn't. So I think that's all those done. So with the sanders out of the way. So now what we'll do is take test fit everything before you glue it. Just gives you an idea how it's supposed to look. Shows everything lines up across the bottom. So that's all looking very good. To fit that before you stick everything together. And that will fit on just about there. Like that. Then once you can stick it together, we can have a look and see what the seam lines and things are like again. So what I'll do, I'll just stop there for a sec. Just need to sort a couple of things out, and then we'll come back and glue things up. Okay, start this a little bit with a bit of an apology. I did film making the engine up. It was about 10 minutes of film, showing you what I did with all these other pieces. And when I came to play it back, I'd noticed that I'd filmed it in portrait rather than landscape, so I couldn't really use it. So a quick summary of what we've done. Basically, we've glued the engine together. So two halves together, top of the cylinders, the sump, the arms that attach it to the main body. I've done the manifolds, as I explained how I drilled out the gaps in there just to give it that little bit more detail. Same with the other side. On there, again, it's not perfect, but anyway, I'll give that a bit of a play before I prime it. And so the body of the car, so basically that sits in like that, and you build the body around it. So apologies for that, but anyway, I was going to say in that clip, I'm going to prime these once this is dried properly, and I'll come back and we'll see what colours we're going to do some more painting. Okay, see you in the next bit. Okay, just thought I'd quickly say about mounting your model parts ready for priming. Things you can't have too many of. Crocodile clips on, I use cocktail sticks, but you can use long skewers and things like that. Chopsticks, whatever you want. Basically, you can never have too many of these, and you can never have too many cocktail sticks. So I've had those for ages. Based on these, mount them up, big blobble blue tack on the back, stick a cocktail stick in it, or if you can on some parts you might be able to drill a little hole and push the cocktail stick into it, or just a bit of CA glue and attach again another cocktail stick to the bottom of it. But something you can't really do without, try and get hands on as many as you can, is crocodile clips. They're a lifesaver. So not too much of a head job, but there's all the bits mounted up ready for me to prime, and as I do this way they don't touch anything as well and you get bits and pieces on them. So as I say, I'll come back in a bit once I prime things, and we see how we're getting on. Okay, see you in the next bit. Right, so that's how the parts primed up. I just did them last night, so I leave them to dry properly overnight. It does dry pretty quickly, so you don't have to wait long, but I like to wait, give it a good dry. And you can see it doesn't block any of the detail out at all. Really good stuff, this. So I basically primed it in UMP's grey primer, which you can get from eModels.co.uk. I'll just show you. I'm going to do the yellow parts with the white primer, so it's not dark underneath it. And thought I'd go through the colours that I'm going to do. So the exotic manifolds, doing Vallejo's metal colours, chrome. Again, these are all from eModels. And the main part of the engine in the aluminium, and some details we picked out with Tamiya paints. I use mostly Tamiya paints and the metal colours. So I've got the semi-gloss black. This is a trick I picked up off on a clip I watched a year or so ago. Because I keep all my paints in a drawer, I write on the top what it is. I mean, you can usually tell by the rim, but to tell you exactly which black it is, I write on the top there. I'm going to remember if I've thinned it, I usually put a T on it. I mean, this has been thinned, but I forgot to put a T on it. But most of them end up being thinned. So that's your semi-gloss black, X18. XF1 is your flat black. So again, from the top you're not going to tell which one's which, so that's why I write on. And we've got XF7, which is your flat red. So as I will leave that part, this episode there, and I'll come back when I've painted up the block colours and we can do a bit of detail painting on the exhaust manifolds on the top there. So it's mostly red, picked out in semi-gloss black, and this bit at the end here is chrome. So as I say, we'll leave it there, and we'll see how we get on with the next part. So in the meantime, pop along to eModels, that's eModels.co.uk, and very friendly bunch, so anything to do with modelling, get in touch with them, they'll help you out.